Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the love, energy, and predictions for the sign of Sagittarius for the year of 2022. Now Sag, I am certainly not your love guru, but I have offered love readings in the past when I used to work with clients and I had good feedback on them, so I decided I would go ahead and give this a shot on YouTube. But with all of that in mind, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. I do not offer personal readings anymore, so if you get a message from someone, know that that's not me. Please do not get scammed. It's someone impersonating me. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. And if this message resonates, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment. So let's see what we have here for you. We'll make sure everything's in view. We'll get right into it. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom. You have the Ten of Pentacles. Definitely like to see this in a love situation. Has a pretty heavy kind of family energy associated with it. Reason being is in other interpretations of this card, you'll see a grandfather and his grandchildren, and it indicates like money being passed through generations. Very signifying of, it's a big signal that perhaps there's an inheritance coming in or something like that. However, in a love reading, this Ten of Pentacles is talking about you may be building a legacy with somebody else. You may be combining bank accounts. You may be trying to start a family. You may be you may be manifesting like power couple energy, something like that. On another level, if this is not at all, like if in a relationship reading, what this could be saying is maybe you are being single at this time and you're deciding to be single, and the reason you're doing that is because you are looking to build a legacy for yourself first. You could really take it in two ways, and I feel like there's really a mixed bag reading here. I actually feel like for many of you Sagittarius signs here in this year ahead, you're kind of going all or nothing. There's this like all or nothing energy that I'm feeling here, where either you're going to be single or you're going to be with somebody who you can build a legacy with. That's what I'm kind of feeling for many of you. Like you're not here for this fake Tinder flakiness. Like I'm not saying Tinder doesn't work for some people, but I'm saying like you're not here for the flaky energy. It's not what you're here for. So yeah, that's the energy I'm getting for you if you're a Sagittarius for the year of 2022. And if this message is for you, but we'll go ahead and expand on that now. So right away in the middle, you have this Two of Wands. Kind of what I was talking about. You have a choice between two wands, a choice between two paths. You know, this can be somebody who I truly feel like right now there's one path where you're building a solo legacy, you're going on your own first, and there's another path here where you're building it with someone else. And I do feel like there's going to be at some point in this year a fork in the road where you're going to have a decision to make. Do I stay single? Do I start family energy? Do I start a family with someone? There could be someone coming in this year for you, Sagittarius. Although we don't have the Page of Cups, we don't have the Knight of Cups, we don't have the Queen of Cups, we don't have really, let me see here. We do have the King of Cups, so that's definitely something coming in. But despite that, I do feel like there is potentially going to be a point in this year where you're like, whoa, this person, I kind of feel something with this person. Do I investigate this a little bit, or do I keep building my own legacy here? That's what I feel like is going on. Now in your first column, you have the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. So this Ten of Swords is all about endings. Okay, it could mean that 2021 was a time of endings for you. You know, around maybe you went through a breakup in 2021. I also feel like perhaps some of you realized that you were going to remain single in 2021. Like perhaps you had hopes going into the year that you were going to find someone and that just didn't happen. And guess what, Sag? That's okay. That's part of the experience here. things don't always play out the way our mind thinks they will. And I do feel like perhaps some of you have made very serious realizations around your relationship situation. I do like to take the Ten of Swords as an opportunity to say it is an opportunity to release yourself from what is no longer serving you. And it does say that as one thing ends, another begins. So do keep that in mind. 2022 could be an absolutely new beginning for you as it relates to your love situation, especially with this middle column and the Ten of Pentacles, which we'll go into more. Again here, Seven of Pentacles. Some of you are looking right now, asking yourself, is it time for me to start making changes? This person is looking at the harvest that they have accumulated, and they are asking themselves, do I want to keep working as hard as I'm working here for this harvest that I've built? Or do I want to make a directional change? For you in your love situation, I feel like maybe some of you are realizing, if you're in a relationship, some of you are going to ask yourself, do I need to work this hard in a relationship, right? Like if you're in one right now, does love have to feel like such a challenge? And for those of you who are single, you may add something into your life that enables you to find somebody. Like you may start taking courses, you may go to the gym, you may add something as a part of a change in your life, and that brings someone in. I also feel like another energy with the Seven of Pentacles is it's long-term energy. Okay, it's sounding like a broken record here, but you're all or nothing. If you're a single Sag and you're watching this and it's for you, it's either the real deal or it's not. It's no deal. You have this High Priestess here as well, moon energy, but I also like to say this could be a Pisces energy. This is something hidden here being revealed. This is secrets coming to the surface. However, this is also somebody who is a way shower, okay? And I do feel that some of you are maybe going to come in contact with a spiritual guide this year, or you're going to take on spiritual practices in 2022, and you may meet somebody through that experience. In this year, like you may, I don't know, decide to become a Reiki master, or you may do tarot readings, or pay for a tarot reading from somebody in your area, or you may do something, right? You may find a spiritual guide that helps you see something in a new way. Definitely feeling that energy for some of you, and that may light the way for someone else to come in. Now in this middle column, you have the Empress, the Two of Wands, and the Chariot. So we do have this Cancerian energy. I do feel like maybe some of you are if there is someone coming in, they could be a water sign, and do keep in mind that can be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It could be in any part of their chart, in any part of their natal chart. But the Chariot is the card of Cancer. And, this is a very good energy. This is somebody charging forward on their chariot and maybe making themselves known or available to you, saying, hey, I'm interested. It's a big card of victory, of success, of triumph over difficulty, of exceeding expectations. For some of you, it also says, as above, so below. As you see the sun pattern here on the canopy above, and indicating above the universe, and the Sphinx here on the Chariot indicating below. So as you manifest the perfect situation for yourself, you get closer, I feel, at least as far as I'm concerned, to that person coming around. But you also need to do your own self-work. And I do get the sense that there's this energy of you putting yourself first if you're single. And as you do that, someone else coming in. And so putting yourself first may be like doing a spiritual reading or doing spiritual practices, building your legacy, putting yourself first. That's what I'm seeing. You also have this Empress card here, which is the archetypal mother in the tarot, but it's also a card of major abundance. This person that you come in contact with could be a feminine. They could have motherly qualities or just extremely feminine, nurturing, caring qualities around them. This is Venus energy. It is absolutely a good sign to get this card in a love reading. Venus is beauty and love and romance. It is also luxury and wealth, but in this case, we're talking about Venus energy, all right? And you may want to look at your Venus sign. I'll have a video for all 12 zodiac signs. You may want to look at your Venus sign here. And so, yes, definitely feel like some of you are going to be at this point here where it's like, whoa, this may be a serious partner, but I'm also doing this thing, and like you'll have to come up with a sort of decision for yourself. In the future, you have the Moon, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Cups. So the Moon is also a Pisces, or the Moon. This could literally be the Moon. It could also literally be a Pisces. I am getting this Pisces energy or this Cancerian energy here coming in. This is also a card of intuition, diving deep, emotionally charged situations. It can mean deception. I'm not feeling deception here. I'm feeling like Moon, Pisces, intuitive energy here for many of you. You have this Nine of Wands, which is perseverance, sticking to what you know to be true, not giving up. Light at the end of the tunnel, okay? The worst thing that you could do when you get the Nine of Wands is to give up. So don't give up on love, Sagittarius, if it hasn't come in 2021. It will come at some point if you keep working on yourself. And this King of Cups, somebody who's a good partner, okay? Somebody who's a really good partner, cares, somebody who will hear you but also listen to you. And by the way, it doesn't matter what gender they are. This could be just a masculine or feminine, as we saw it with the Empress and the King of Cups. So let's go ahead and see what else we get here. Now, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Drop a comment to let me know what you think. Maybe share this video with a friend. Also, really appreciate you being here. Hope things are going well for you. And check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. I may be doing something with my email list in 2022. So all right, this is very interesting. We have Freya, phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So I'll read that other one here in a second. It's very similar energy here to the moon. Remember, when you get the moon card, it's like this idea of the cycles of the moon. The moon can indicate a temporary situation. And look, we're talking about phases and cycles here. Okay, so realize that, you know, something may have ended or something may be ending, but it's also a new beginning here, where phasal type of energy coming in. You have this Lord Shiva here, which is also a really great card for relationships. You have transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. You know, the author talks about how the snake on their shoulder signifies this Kundalini energy, right? It's sexual energies as well, creative energies. Definitely, some of you may be going through Kundalini stuff. It has been coming in for the collective so far on these readings. And look at this, one of my favorite energies, the divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Okay, some of you are connecting with the truth. Some of you are connecting with your intuition at this time, realizing that everything happens for a reason with the High Priestess, the Moon, and Freya. Absolutely. There's cycles energy here, okay? And, you know, I feel like perhaps the right person's going to come in at the right time, and there's no way, you can't really plan for that. It's just going to happen. Yeah, you have within the next few months, could mean into the start of 2022. No need to worry, and no. Interesting. So, some of you may be setting a boundary. Okay, some of you may be saying no to someone, saying yes to another. And I feel like what's really important here is some of you Sages have worked very hard in the past year, the last 2 years. And I need to say this in like a really respectful way. You don't want to lower your standards, okay? I almost feel like some of you, like I've been saying in this beginning of this reading, like this all or nothing energy. I feel like it's because you're looking for a partner of equal energy, okay? Like, especially if you've been succeeding in like finances, some of you are going to probably find somebody who's also been successful in finances, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So you have this Seven of Cups, you have this Ten of Swords, and you have this Moon card coming in once again, wow, and the Ten of Swords coming in again. So, oh, we do have the Knight of Cups on the bottom, so that's definitely a big signal that some of you are... I have said this from the beginning of this reading, that someone is coming in. I was expecting to see the Knight of Cups, so there it is. It's definitely a romantic event arriving, somebody who's like really good for you. It may mean that some of you have to reject someone else, or there may be like 2 or more people here, as you have this Two of Wands, a choice between 2 wands. You might have a choice between 2 people. You may say no to one and yes to another. Something like that happening here. Yeah, so there's this intuitive energy here with the Moon and a Pisces energy coming in for some of you, where you have to trust yourself on endings that are happening in your love life, endings that have happened, and new beginnings that are forming. Okay, you may even feel overwhelmed here by the amount of choice. Actually, now that I'm looking at that Seven of Cups can mean you have multiple choices. Maybe you're spoiled for choice, you have a lot of options. And I actually, now that this is becoming more clear in this reading, that some of you have multiple suitors even. So you have the Six of Swords, you have the King of Cups coming in once again, okay, and the Temperance card. There you are, Sagittarius. That Temperance card is the Sagittarius card. With the Chariot, it may mean that you are the one who pursues somebody, okay? It may mean that there's someone pursuing you and you're pursuing another person. And that no energy here, this is the big no. This is the no with the exclamation point. Some of you are laying a boundary down with somebody else, and it's because there's this other situation developing. I do feel like maybe some of you see a better relationship with someone else. The King of Cups is like a good partner, good marriage partner, good partner in general. Again, just energies here, not genders. And so I do feel like you're finding somebody of those qualities. It's very clear that it looks like it could be a water sign at some point in their chart, with the two Kings of Cups, the Moon twice, the High Priestess, all of this sort of energy here, the Knight of Cups on the bottom. You know, for others of you, this is like maybe a small portion, and this is the first time it's coming in, but with that Six of Swords, some of you may be making like a location change or a career transition, or you've made a transition and that brings someone in as well. I do also feel like some of you are adding something to your schedule this year where it's like, okay, I'm gonna do a session every week with a spiritual healer, or I'm gonna do something spiritual like every week. Maybe you're gonna join a meditation group and you find someone, something like that. So you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Empress again, wow, okay, and the Four of Swords. Yeah, so again, look, Venus symbolism here coming in, lots of love. Some of you are going to want to look at your Venus sign. Once again, we have this Knight of Cups on the bottom, which we'll put here. I love this Divine Director energy. I do feel like you're not going to have to try, even though I said that like maybe some of you are pursuing somebody. I do want to be very clear, it's better not to chase. It's better to attract and just realize that whoever's meant for you naturally comes to you. And so while it's okay to say like, hey, I'm interested in you, or hey, do you want to go for coffee? Beyond that, you don't want to chase if you get a no or you get rejected or whatever. I don't really feel like you're going to have to try. Like, I don't feel like you're going to have to chase, especially with this Ace of Swords and the Moon. There is a temporary situation here that you're looking to have triumph over. Maybe it's with somebody else who you're just literally not interested in. And you'll figure out how to do that, boundaries being set. You may also have just like love breakthroughs here in this year, realizing that it's either okay to build your legacy and be single, or it's okay to pursue somebody while you build a legacy, or it's okay to start a family. Like, there are these different things where you're like adding something, you're coming through with realizations, you're coming in with breakthroughs here around your love situation. And at the end of the day, it could mean that you have spent time healing heartbreak here. As you see the Three of Swords card on the banner above, this person healing from heartbreak. So let's see what else we have. Let's pull some additional cards here. Kind of a mixed bag reading. I do feel pretty clear Cups energy, like or a water energy for many of you. I mean, there's so much water symbolism in the Moon, in the Temperance card, in the Cups. Look at the water here in the Six of Swords. I mean, the Knight of Cups has a stream or a river in the background. You know, the Pisces with the High Priestess, with the Moon. You have the Thief, main female, High Honor, False Person, Geek, Despair, and Great Fortune. Okay, so this is the most challenging combination. I'm not going to sugarcoat it here with the Thief and the False Person. Like I said, there is something fishy, just as I said water, right? There's something fishy going on between someone. I'm firmly feeling now in this reading that there are multiple people coming in with the Seven of Cups. One or two of these people are just not the right person for you. And I feel like using your intuition, following the truth, connecting with the truth in this year as it relates to love will filter out the nonsense and will allow you to pursue the right person. Okay, I'm not going to drag it out any longer because that's kind of what I feel here. Many of you in other areas of your life, like in your work or your career situation, are crushing it. And I feel like if anything, that's adding to your appeal, that's adding to your love situation. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment to let me know what you think. Check out my website, zanintuitive.com. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.